Welcome back to Enlightism, our podcast. If you're a university student wondering how to land that dream summer internship using LinkedIn, this episode is for you. We're joined by Umar Saeed, a recent graduate from NUST who successfully cracked the internship and job game. Let's dive into what worked, what didn't, and how LinkedIn can be your secret weapon. Assalamu alaikum, Umar.
Walaikum assalam. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am perfectly fine. Thank you so much for asking.
Okay, so can you tell us a little about your university journey and how you landed your current job?
Okay, I just graduated from NAST with a degree in accounting and finance. But the interesting thing about myself is that I am currently working in marketing. Um, During my degree, I sort of realized that I'm not much inclined towards finance. Rather, I would love to do marketing, and that's something which really helped me to shape my career. And Because of that reason, I kept working for the past 2 years in marketing. And right after my graduation, I landed a job in Texel, which is a very famous IT company in Pakistan, and I'm working there in their marketing department. So far, the 4 years in NUST have been really life-changing for me. I learned a lot, the exposure that I got there, the people that I met there, the teachers I got, the courses that I studied, everything shaped my career, shaped my personality, and made me what I am today.
That's very interesting. Okay, so was LinkedIn always part of your strategy or was it something you grew into over time?
Okay, let me give you a little bit of background. So during my fourth semester, I went on a semester exchange program to Turkey, and till then I didn't know much about LinkedIn. I didn't know much about how to get internships through LinkedIn or how to find a career path through LinkedIn or to connect to people. Before that, in my third semester, I had a course called Business Communication, in which we sort of set up our LinkedIn accounts. And we didn't get into much depth, but yeah, we got to know about LinkedIn. So from that journey onwards, I got to know about LinkedIn during my semester exchange program. I took a lot of help from LinkedIn to find opportunities for myself in Turkey, because Turkey was a really new industry for me. I didn't know where to go, which companies are the best ones, how to apply. So I took a lot of help from LinkedIn. And from that point onwards, I feel like LinkedIn has been my buddy since. The internships that I have done so far, most of them I've gotten through LinkedIn. The connections that I have today, people know me wherever I go. I don't know the person in person, but they are already my connection on LinkedIn. So yeah, LinkedIn has been very life changing for me as well.
That's amazing. Now, for students in Pakistan with little formal experience, how should they start building their LinkedIn profile?
Okay, one thing that I've seen so far is that still a lot of people do not even have a LinkedIn account. I feel like that is the first step. First, create your LinkedIn account. Whether you feel that it's important or not, you must have one. Then start little by little, section by section, refine it and work through it. ChatGPT is your best friend. It can help you a lot refining your whole LinkedIn account. Take a very nice head photo, headshot kind of picture, which is clear, smiling one. So start from there, build it up. I know in the beginning we don't have experiences, but at that time, your experiences in university are your experience. So any leadership role that you have done, any societal role that you have done, any volunteering work that you have done, which showcases that, yeah, you have potential to deal with people. You know how to work in a team. You know how to work under someone who's a leader, so that will help you a lot. You can put all of those experiences in your LinkedIn account if you do not have a corporate experience. That that's something that I did as well, and I really got an internship through that as well. And another point I would say, you should really know how to sell yourself. You should really know how to talk about yourself, about your experiences, about what you can do and what you cannot.
Right, that was very insightful. So, how can students from smaller cities or less known universities overcome the visibility gap on LinkedIn?
Okay. To be very honest with you, Shebano, I feel like there is no visibility gap on LinkedIn. It's all about, again, I would say how you sell yourself, how you portray. So let's just take an example of any product in the marketing. Why Allpers is famous and why, for example, a normal milk brand is not famous because they have sort of mastered the art of selling themselves. Um, so I feel like whether you are from a small university or from a lesser known area, that does not affect you in any way. I have seen people from, for example, uh, from very small areas coming out and working in really big organizations. You must take help from ChatGPT. You must take help from all the online resources that are available and refine your whole LinkedIn to showcase that yes, not just my university, but my skills are also there. I know what I am selling. I know what I can do for your company, how I can add value to it. Companies will definitely hire you. Uh, for instance, now I personally feel like GPA, university, your area does not matter that much. Your skills are what matters, what shine. If you can sell yourself showing that, yes, I can do this. For example, social media marketing. Yes, I can do social media marketing. I have all the required skills which are needed. They will definitely hire you.
Yeah, that's very true. Skills nowadays have more worth than GPA or your background. Okay, so
Yes.
I have noticed that a lot of people tend to stay low key and do not want to engage a lot with, strangers on LinkedIn. How would that hinder their ability to make more connections?
I personally feel like that can be a really uh, how should I say, like the turning point. If you will feel shy, if you will never speak up, you will never get the opportunity. If you'll just stay hidden, no one will come and give it to you in a plate. You will have to stand up. You will have to talk to people. You will have to make connections. It's something that you need to do. Otherwise, you will at the end you will not even have connections. You will not have people who can give reference for you in some place. So what I do, what my strategy is, whenever I join an organization, I try to connect with every single person in that organization through LinkedIn. I send them the connection requests. On the other hand, I try messaging them just to tell them that, yeah, I've joined this company and I've seen you working there and I've seen your profile and you have been working 3 years over there. What sort of insights are there that you want to give? That just sort of builds credibility for them and for you as well, that they get to know that, oh, this person is working here. And also they start having a soft spot for you in their heart as well. So later on, if you need, for example, recommendation from someone or you need to put on a reference somewhere, you will have those people. For example, I did my Digital Pakistan Fellowship at Jazz. And because of my work, I got internally recommended for a position in Jazz. And then there were like three people who were recommending me there because I found them through LinkedIn and I had a really good rapport with them. So that's how you can do it.
Right, that's a great tip. Now, Umar, you see that many students say internships in Pakistan are mostly unpaid or come through Safarish. What has your
Yeah.
experience been like?
Okay. So interestingly, I also have done unpaid internships because I feel like personally, it's all about how early you start. If you're starting in your fourth year of university and you're expecting someone to directly um, start paying you for your internship and you do not have any experience before, that's not going to happen. I personally think so because that's something which happened to me. I started with my internship in my first year, which was an unpaid internship. I didn't get any money out of it, but I got experience and I got something which I can put on onto my CV to showcase the other companies that, yeah, yes, I have worked in my freshman year at a company. That showcases that yes, you are taking a step in a right direction. You are already careful about your career and you really want to do something in the industry. So, yes, there are unpaid internships, and unpaid internships exploit you. You should not be doing that personally, but there is no other thing that you can do. There are two things: either stay unemployed, do nothing, or do an unpaid internship. So, I personally feel like unpaid internships is still better than not doing anything. At that, it will give you an experience to put on your CV or your LinkedIn. Um, Again, more and more what it will do. You will not get paid for it, but you will get an experience out of it. Don't let people exploit you or your skills, but yes, definitely do it to have something at the end to put on your CV.
That's right. So, what are your thoughts on the Sifarish culture when it comes to internships?
Okay, so far I have done 5 internships, and none of them I've gotten through Safarish, Alhamdulillah. So I feel like if you are able, if you have the required skills, then you do not need the Safarish, to be very honest. But yes, there are organizations um, where Safarish culture actually works, where they have specific seats or where they have this thing of Sifarish that they already have selected candidates through Sifarish, but it's not true in all cases. There are hundreds of companies, and it's not true in all cases. Um, as I have gotten internships through my experience or through the way I sell myself, so I feel like anyone can do that. It's not that hard, to be honest.
Okay. So, can you share what 5 internships or what roles you did and how you managed to secure each one of them step by step?
Okay. We'll start from the beginning. So, in my freshman year, I did my first internship at Punjab Pension Fund. I got it. I applied there through. I saw this one ad on newspaper, and I reached them out, and I got an internship. It was a very small internship, but I still did it. So, and it was unpaid internship. Next, when I went to Turkey, I did my second internship, which was a paid internship. It was with a company called Getacon. It was a Switzerland-based startup. Uh, it was actually Switzerland-based business, which was coming to Turkey and wanted to expand, and I worked there as a marketing intern. Apart from that, when I came back to Pakistan, I did internship with NAFT-based like a startup called Murabbi. I worked there as a project manager. It was paid, but not a lot. Then I worked with a company called Arur. It was a ERP technologies based company. It was a paid internship. After that, I worked with the Systems Limited as a marketing intern. I have worked with Hacktrick, which is a NSTP based business. Uh, It was not an internship, rather, it was a part-time job and it was paid as well. And then I worked with Jazz as Digital Pakistan Fellow. It was also paid. And then lastly, I have started my job at Texel. So, as you've seen the pattern, it starts from somewhere. It starts from being an unpaid intern at once, then getting paid for being an intern, and then that internship will turn into a part-time job, and then that part-time job will convert into a full-time job. So if someone is expecting that as soon as they graduate with no internships in their hand beforehand, and then they will land a full-time job, I can say that that's not really a case. That's not something that will happen. Yes, it might happen because of your luck, but not because of your skills or something.
Yeah, that's very true. So, like, when it comes to applying for internships, right? I did myself this summer. I applied to a lot of internships, but I barely got a
Yeah.
response from any one of them. So,
Okay.
this really demotivates the students. What is your advice to students when this is the case?
Okay. Okay. So, Shivana, the first thing here is that when you got rejected from your first internship, did you sit and see why? Was there a mistake in my resume, or whether there was a mistake in my application, or um, whether I was not applying early or not? So, you have to sit and look at all these things. Secondly, did you make a spreadsheet or a Google sheet to sort of look at that which internships have you applied this year? Um, how many have sent you an email regarding a rejection or an acceptance or waitlisting, or the companies which have not responded at all? So you need to sit and actually plan this stuff. It's not going to just happen like you will apply and then you will forget about it and then you will expect that it will come back If it's for me, will it will come for me kind of attitude that won't work out. So yes, rejections do demotivate you, but what you have to do is you have to sit with it and see what went wrong, and then improve all those things in your CV. One very important tip I will give here is to align your resume with the job description. For example, if you're applying as a content creator in a company and your resume is all talking about project management or maybe some technical stuff, will they hire you? Not at all. They won't even consider you for that role. So you have to have like three, four versions of your resume where you can quickly make changes, align it to the job description. Even what you can do is you can take the job description and the CV and give it to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to sort of align both of them together. Secondly, when you apply, there are always the name of recruiters or the people who are, recruiting for that specific position. Find them on LinkedIn, connect with them, send them a message, show that you are taking a step, initiative, that you are reaching out to them. Tell them that you have applied to your company to this position. I'm really interested, and I have seen your LinkedIn account. It's really inspiring, and I would really love to work in your company. You have to do some effort, right? So don't get demotivated. Rejection is basically redirection. It's not something uh, that you should take on your heart and sit and say that अब तो मैं कुछ नहीं करने वाला. Now I'll do nothing. Okay.
That's very inspiring. Okay, so what do you think are the biggest mistakes Pakistani students make on LinkedIn when hunting for internships?
Okay, so what I've seen so far is not having proper LinkedIn account. They don't even have optimized their taglines, or what we can say, the bio description in the very beginning under their photo. Then their about section is just talking about something else, or is just talking about them rather than their experiences or what they can, provide to the company, or how they can add value to the organizations. Secondly, not listing your experiences properly. There is a section inside your experiences where you can actually put pointers and tell what you have done in that certain internship. What we do is basically we put all the theoretical work in there. Okay, so for example, I worked in jazz as a content creator. So I start putting, like, I created content for TikTok and Instagram. I made reels. I created very funny reels. This kind of comments will not get you jobs. You have to quantify what you have done in those in those internships. Like, you must write numbers in there. So I created 90 reels in jazz. I Because of my content, the engagement boosted 25%. It's, you have to add numbers to sort of quantify what you're doing. So you have to refine your LinkedIn, have a very good headshot picture, have a really good cover photo, have a very optimized sort of your beginning bio description, then have a very combined cohesive form of about section which tells about you, your experiences, and how you can add value to any organization. Then it's really important to optimize your experiences section where you're putting your internship. uh, if you have achieved something in those internship, you've gotten an award or something, add those as well. um, Optimize your whole LinkedIn account. Then definitely, because recruiters these days, they definitely look at your LinkedIn. And if you have not optimized it properly, they will get sort of an impression that this person is not proactive about themselves. So you have to proactively keep an eye on your LinkedIn, update any new achievements that you're doing. Not Don't put these kind of things that, oh my God, I'm very delighted to tell that I something very unusual, something which does not relate to your job. LinkedIn is very formal. Keep it formal, and keep it very concise. Okay.
Thank you, Umar. These were really helpful and relevant advices that you just gave. And to everyone listening, your internship journey might start with hesitation, but it can absolutely end with opportunity. Start with your profile, start with your story, start today. Until next time, this is Gulsha Bano signing off from Enlightism. Allah Hafiz.